There he is.
Got one?
Yep.
Tonight on KSL Outdoors, we take you back to Canada, and this time we tackle the Mighty Mac.
Look at that big old ghost coming up from the bottom.
Plus, we'll show you how affordable Iskwatikan Lake Lodge can be.
I'm Adam Eakle, and let's go fishing.
KSL Outdoors with Adam Eakle is brought to you by your local Ford stores.
Last week we showed you northern pike and walleye. This week we hope to show you some big lake trout. Hey, I'm Adam Eakle with KSL Outdoors. Welcome back to Canada. You know, we met so many new friends, had such great food, some great fishing, that we just had to show you another week of Iskwatikan Lake here in Saskatchewan, Canada.
Saskatchewan has got over 100,000 lakes, and most of them are in the northern part of the province. We just have a ton of lakes, a ton of wilderness. It's a different kind of a wilderness than people would experience probably in the US or even in southern part of Canada. Up here things are just a little different. You know, they're hard to get at. They're places that most people never see.
Bryce has been our host for the past week of fishing here at Iskwatikan Lake Lodge.
There he is. Boy. That might be a 5-6, huh? All right.
Every day we've caught nice walleye.
Good fight.
Yeah, he was.
And pike.
See you, buddy.
But today, my buddy Glade Harris and I are looking to fulfill our Canadian trifecta with a lake trout.
There's a fish. Good one. Oh, he's coming up. Oh, he got off. No!
The lake trout usually are always pretty good size.
Yeah.
We don't catch a lot of small lake trout, but most of them are pretty good size.
Just using the same technique that some of my buddies at Flaming Gorge have taught me, and it's just a pearl or a white or a rainbow looking tube jig right off the bottom and just slowly bouncing it, using the motor to kind of kick it backwards and keep our line straight up and down. And we're using braid because we're fishing in 40 feet of water, that we want to make sure that we get a good hook set into the fish. There he is.
Got one?
Yep. Oh yeah, taking some line.
Right on the bottom.
Right on, pretty close. I was within probably 5 feet of the bottom. There it is. Oh yeah, nice fish.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, nice fish. Oh dude, that's my biggest to date. Get him. Nice!
Oh, nice fish.
Woo! Oh dude, thank you, man. Nice net.
Nice fish.
Holy crud, what a beautiful fish. Look at that, huh? That's what we came for. What a pretty fish.
That's a 12, 13, 14
Yeah.
pound lake trout.
That's a good one. Wow, a lot of fun. It's not as big as the gorge, but I'll tell you what, that's sure fun.
Regulations here only allow you to keep a lake trout under 26 inches. This fish is over that, so it goes back.
Oh, very nice. Just like that. Thanks, dude. That's awesome. 30, what was he, about 30?
31, 32.
Okay, nice fish. I think that's my biggest lake trout. Had to come to Canada to do it, but we did it.
We fished hard while we were there. Most days consisted of getting our limit of walleye and our fill of pike.
Yeah, he knows he's hooked now. No, he's not that little now.
After that, Glade and I usually spent 4 or 5 hours trying to jig up a fish.
Thank you. Nice. All right. What color tube jig's this one again?
Black.
Black, huh? That's a laker. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Got a little stalemate going on. What do you think of this trip so far?
Oh man, it's beautiful scenery.
Yeah.
Great people.
Yeah.
Lots of fish.
Lots of neat, different fish. There he is. Boy, that's a good one. Look at the belch coming up. Not quite ready. Back down to the bottom.
Davy Jones' locker.
Yep.
All right, it's wrapped up in his tail. Got him.
Nice fish. Woo! Pretty. There you go, sir.
Thank you.
Pretty. Boy, they're all just chunks, aren't they?
Oh yeah. Great fish. Man, they're fun.
Iskwatikan Lake is like a combination of Yuba and Flaming Gorge. Yuba because of the walleye and pike, the gorge because of the lake trout and the
big old lingcod. How cool is that?
Add another species to the list.
Yeah.
Coming up next,
There it is. Second cast. How cool is that?
we try our luck with a fly rod and we'll give you some insight on how you can come and enjoy this fun, affordable lodge. That just ahead, but first, let's check out this week's climate quiz question. Beautiful Nostowiak Falls is located just below Iskwatikan Lake. Both are part of the Churchill River drainage. The Churchill River was the main trading route for the fur trade and is the main financial factor allowing the colonization of North America to be feasible. Our climate quiz question is, who is the Churchill River in Saskatchewan named after? Once you know the answer, log on to our KSL Outdoors Facebook page, give us the correct name, and while you're at it, give us a like. We'll then randomly select and announce a winner on our page the following week. The winner set to walk away with a Climate Static V sleeping pad. And our answer to last week's question, which was, can you name the 3 world record species of fish that were all caught in Saskatchewan? According to Saskatchewan Tourism, the rainbow trout, the walleye, and the burbot are all world records caught in Saskatchewan. KSL Outdoors, powered by Ford. We'll be right back to Canada.
KSL Outdoors is also brought to you by Sportsman's Warehouse, FishTech Outfitters, Utah State Parks, Burt Brothers, Climate, Intermountain Wind and Solar, the Cabins at Bear River Lodge, Trax Power Sports Rentals, and Camp Chef.
There's a fish. That's a good one. All right.
Welcome back to Iskwatikan Lake Lodge.
Now I know why guys enjoy catching lake trout at Flaming Gorge. It's technical, it's a lot of fun, but look at this fish. That's a big fish. Big fish, Jim.
Oh, I'll say. Oh, wow.
So you might be asking yourself, why would a bunch of Utah boys
That's awesome.
head to Canada to fish for species that can be caught here in Utah? It's a good question. The answer is easy, though. Solitude.
It's remote, rustic, and a lot of adventure. That's a good chance to escape and feel like you're roughing it a little bit. It's just us. We're the only ones here. No one to compete with, and good fishing. Real good fishing.
That is a big fish. This is definitely bigger than yesterday's fish. Here he comes, by the head. Look at that fish! Good job, sir! Oh, man, the trifecta today. How about that, huh?
The getaway with friends was the main reason we came here, but the affordable price definitely helped seal the deal.
Like a basic 4-day package with tax is about $1,100. Then we do a few 5-day fishing trips as well, and they're about an extra $250. The packages include airfare from Mississippi, also boats, motors, gas, cabins, flaying of your fish, and basically all the services in camp, you know.
We're in the middle of nowhere on an island. We have, 5 cabins here, all modernized. The fridge are running inside. There's hot, cold water for showers, whatever you want. Laundry facilities. It's a great place to come.
They're rustic, but there are amenities. I mean, we still have lights, we still have power. There's a wood-burning stove in the middle of the cabin, and that's how you're going to heat it. You're in bunk beds. That's rustic, that's attractive to me. It's nice.
And the price is pretty dang good.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Really cheap. Truly a third of what most other lodges that provide this type of experience are price-wise, if not half. So definitely very affordable for what you get.
It's sort of the best of both worlds. I think people can stay out fish as long as they want. All right, let's do it. They're not going out with guides, so they don't have to be back in at 5 o'clock for supper.
Well, we've caught pike trolling, we've caught pike jigging, we've caught walleye jigging, we've caught pike just casting to shore, but haven't caught pike on a fly rod yet. So, grabbed ourselves a bunch of flies from FishTech. We're gonna give it a whirl. Oh yeah, we're gonna get one here. There it is, second cast. How cool is that?
Literally, we probably caught 100 pike between the two of us on our boat.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Lots of opportunities on action. The walleye, you could fish for them all day and probably catch that in a day if you stayed with it.
He's not a big one, but it ain't about the size when it comes to a fly, right? There he is. Nice hit.
Lots of fish, you can catch them different ways.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think all of our boats specialized in different lure sets and all caught just as many fish, so it was fun.
Pike on fly. You're up. You got to chuck this a couple times. That's fun. Oh, nice. I think a lot of it is you keep it in the zone, in their zone for so long that they just can't resist. There we go. Pike on a fly.
That's a lot of fun. The adrenaline, my heart literally is pumping. And I've been fishing for a week.
Would you bring your family back here?
I absolutely would, right? Because it's one of those ones where you can go experience it the way you want to. You're not forced a certain direction. It's at your own pace. We fished hard and long hours, but that's what we're here to do.
Look at that beautiful fish. My best for sure. Just a beautiful, beautiful stinking lake trout. We're gonna get him back in the water here as soon as we can, but that is why you come up Iskwatikan Lake and catch the big three. And we did it. We'll get him back in. More here coming up in a moment, but let's head back to the guys at FishTech now for tonight's fishing report.
Hey, George Summer here with FishTech Outfitters, and today we're talking tips and techniques and lures for pike fishing. We've got some old standbys here, jointed Rapalas, the J13 size. We've got some new stuff that's going to work, Lucky Craft pointers, lipless crankbaits. Another old standby is the old 5-a-diamond spoon. Bucktails work as well. And my favorite is a swim bait. And you'll need some leaders to finish it off, whether it's hard mono or a stainless steel leader. And then for flies, I'm always going to have a fly if at all possible. That's one of my top-notch flies. It's got a little bit of blue in there, kind of looks like a perch. Anything that's bright, shiny, that's going to work. Again, the key is to have a bite leader because they've got really good teeth on there. A long set of pliers would help as well because you're never going to want to lip them. For tips and techniques like these and many others, stop in to see us at FishTech Outfitters. And now for tonight's fishing line.
Welcome back to KSL Outdoors. Back here in Canada, we're back again with Brad. If you saw last week's show, Fenton,
Yes.
outdoor writer and also an outdoor cook. And today you're serving us some of your own elk from Montana.
That's correct. This was a nice bull I shot in Montana, and I took the loins, cut all the steaks, marinated them, and we got them on the Camp Chef grill box. Just a home marinade with olive oil, lemon juice, Worcestershire, some pepper and things, and it helps to flavor them up, break it down a little bit.
Okay.
Not overpower it though.
Sure. And again, with meat, with especially wild game, people always overcook it.
They do, they don't, you got to understand there's no fat in it, so it's going to cook way faster than beef or pork. So cut your cooking time by at least a third, watch it carefully, and if you think it's done, pull it off, because if you second guess yourself, it'll be overdone.
And then I saw some rice in here.
Yeah,
but this isn't just rice.
This is a wild rice casserole. Lots of wild rice grows here in northern Saskatchewan. So we have it, we've done it up with some homemade duck and goose bacon.
Wow.
That my wife and I make, and there's some wild mushrooms here from the boreal forest, porcini mushrooms and larch mushrooms. So it's all getting very happy right now.
If people want to learn more about wild game cooking, is there anywhere they can go to see some of your recipes?
Yeah, there's several different publications and online sites that have it. If they Google my name, it'll come up. And they're quite regularly on the NRA, Bow Hunting World, stuff like that.
Okay, pleasure. I think I've gained 10 pounds. I know I have. Hey, Matt is over here on the back deck. We've got a brand new Camp Chef product to show you. All right, Matt, I have a Smoke Pro on my porch, but this thing's on steroids. What is this?
Well, we call it the XXL. So it really is the volume of an upright smoker tied into the easiness of using a pellet grill. So same electronics, it's easy to use, turn the dial, set the temperature, it will maintain it for you, but you have the volume of an upright. So you can put sausage hooks in here, put your elk roast, tons of jerky. Just gives you a lot more volume, plus it'll get down a little lower to like 150 for doing fish and things like that.
Let's take a look inside. What have we got going on in here?
You bet. So we actually have muskox and a couple of elk roasts that we're going to serve for dinner tonight.
This thing, it works so much like an oven.
It is. It really is an wood-fired oven. So you're going to put pizzas in here, bake your enchiladas. So you get that wood-fired flavor at the higher temps. It's not just smoking for lower brisket, ribs, those kind of things. You can really bake anything in it.
And this is new. This is only coming out.
Brand new. This will be here in August.
Okay.
Yeah. So brand new product for Camp Chef.
Very cool. Innovative and XXL. It's huge. And again, you find this on your website come August?
Campchef.com. It'll be available immediately, and then all your local dealers.
Under the big and tall.
Absolutely. Big and tall section.
More with the boys in Canada in a moment, but first, time to learn a bit more about the area and tonight's field guide. About a mile boat ride from Iskwatikan Lake Lodge is a series of waterfalls with some interesting history.
So this waterfall is called Airplane Falls.
Airplane Falls got its name back in 1962 when a group of smoke jumpers who had been fighting a fire loaded up into a float plane that didn't start. The plane went over the falls. The men were able to save the plane, dismantle it, rebuild it, and take off from the lake. Had they not stopped the plane, it would have plunged down Nestowiak Falls.
Some of this water comes from the snowpack in the mountains. Some of it comes from all the watersheds to the south. Everything south of here all flows to the north, comes in to form the Churchill River.
Nestowiak Falls are one of the highest and most beautiful natural waterfalls in Saskatchewan. In the Cree language, Nestowiak means meeting of the waters. The falls are only accessible via float plane or by boat. A cool stop and sight when you come to Iskwatikan Lake Lodge.
Boy, we've been pretty fortunate. We had a little bit of rain the first day we fished. Other than that, it's been like you see today. Just beautiful, beautiful weather, flat waters, great for jigging for lake trout. Let's find out that recreation forecast for your next outdoor adventure by turning it over to the guys and gals back in Salt Lake. Welcome back to KSL Outdoors, back here at beautiful Nestowiak Falls, just below Iskwatikan Lake. I'm Adam Eakle. Hey, don't forget, if you're looking for some ideas back home to take your family into the outdoors, check our outdoors calendar page. You'll find it right there on our website at ksltv.com. Boy, just another nice, fine walleye here in Canada. Beautiful colors. Look at that glisten in the sun. Nice eater, but we already have lunch, so we're gonna let him go. Need to take a snapshot of some of these pretty lines on these fish. Hey, don't forget, if you get a chance to catch a nice fish, some beautiful scenery, do the same. Take a snapshot, submit it to our snapshot contest. Now, as we let this fish go, we'll turn it over to you back in Salt Lake for the snapshot of the week.
We kick it off with a bird that crashed a party. The Mayfield family was celebrating Lachey Mayfield's 11th birthday when this raven came in for a piece of cake. Tasha says the bird was so friendly it even wanted to be held. It's not that often that you get to share your birthday cake with a raven. Hunter and his parents were up enjoying a trip on the Kenai River in Alaska when Hunter's rod got a huge hit and the fight was on. This 22-pound king salmon is the biggest fish Hunter has ever caught. An experience this young man will most likely never forget. Having a family of all girls hasn't stopped Lorenzo from taking his daughters into the great outdoors. Lorenzo loves to fish and hunt, as do his girls. Mom Stacy captured this perfect father-daughter moment on a recent fishing trip. It was fish after fish, a great day. Here's another father-daughter shot. This is Caitlin and her dad Chad on last year's general season deer hunt with Caitlin's first ever buck, and it's a dandy. Caitlin had missed on a couple of smaller bucks earlier in the hunt, but was finally able to connect on this great high alpine buck. A proud dad and a day these two will never forget. But our winner tonight took a trip to Yellowstone and Grand Teton National Parks and got a little more than she bargained for. Whitney Busick and her then boyfriend Daniel were up on vacation enjoying the beautiful sights when, with the Tetons as a witness, Daniel got on one knee and asked for Whitney's hand in marriage. Whitney was blown away and says it was the best day of her life. A cool spot, Daniel, to pop the question, one of Earth's most beautiful places. And let us be the first to give you a gift, our big prize for having just won, our Snapshot of the Week. Remember, submit your pictures or video, plus an explanation of your latest outdoor adventures online at ksltv.com. The winner each week wins the new Pro 60X 2-burner stove with two 30,000 BTU burners and matchless ignition. Plus, the winner is also entered into our Ford Trucks quarterly Facebook giveaway for a Camp Chef pellet grill.
Build your outdoor kitchen with Camp Chef, the way to cook outdoors.
This is really a place for people to come here, unwind, forget about it, and fish.
I hope so, yeah.
Yeah, if people want to find out more information about Iskwatikan Lake Lodge, where do they find it?
Iskwatikanlake.com.
Yeah, pretty easy.
Yep.
Catch the biggest walleye of your life. And for some of these guys, their first walleye and pike of their life. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome.
Happy birthday to you. Is that a 61?
Great place to spend the birthday, even if I was away from my family. You guys made it feel like family, so I appreciate it. It was awesome. We'll be back.
Awesome.
All right, we may leave Nacho Libre home.
Happy birthday to you!
Hey, I'm Adam Eakle, KSL Outdoors, reminding you to get out with your family, your friends, and make some memories, even if it's up north in Canada, outdoors. We'll see you next weekend. Good night.